Jesus was arrested, he stood in a garden and wept. He looked his betrayer in the eye and received his betraying kiss. And death was in the air. You could feel it in your chest and smell it in the wind. You could tell that something changed the night that Jesus was arrested. On the morning Jesus was denied, his friend stood next to a charcoal fire and said 3 separate times how he'd never met his Lord. And death was just around the corner. Death watched the suffering of an innocent man. He relished in a relationship crumbling, and death knew he'd finally get the prize that he'd waited for. And then, on the afternoon Jesus was beaten, death was approaching, rabid and heaving. And Jesus looked finished, and death looked hungry. And then that afternoon, Jesus stopped breathing. They took his body down from the cross where he died, and death looked on smiling with victory in his eyes. And when they sealed Jesus away in a tomb, death was standing there, gloating. But soon, Jesus arose, and he held in his hand the keys to the kingdom that death used to command. He looked death in the eyes and declared that he'd won, 'cause that's when death was arrested and new life has begun. Death was arrested, and with it death's sting. Our fears arrested, hopelessness arrested, worry arrested, regret, anxiety, shame, depression, all arrested. Death was arrested, and grace fell like rain, and mercy was born when Jesus rose from that grave. Death was defeated, hell was scorned. Our debt was paid by the death of our Lord. He turns ends into beginnings, makes finishes into starts. He turns bones into armies and stone into hearts. And now there's no height or depth, no distance or breadth, no hopelessness or demons, no hell and no death that can keep you from his love, that can rip you from his hands, because death's been bested by the great I am. And on the 3rd day, he rose with death's keys in his hand. That's when death was arrested and new life began. Free, free, forever set free.